Hey Clubber, what's your prediction for this guy's surgery?
Prediction?
Yes, prediction.
Pain.
What's up with that guy, huh? Mr. Negativity over there, jeez. So, tomorrow I go in for a tonsillectomy, and I am 44 years old. Now, thanks to Mr. Clubber Lang, and about a dozen other videos I've watched of people who've had this surgery done, I am not expecting a walk in the park here. No picnic. But it's got to get done. And since I'm doing it, why not go ahead and record the experience, since I haven't seen too many other people who have had this surgery done after the age of 40. Now, I'm not going to make this a very long video. I'm going to try and shoot a minute or less each day just to kind of document what kind of pain I'm in, maybe what I'm able to eat that day, if anything, and basically just how I'm feeling that day. So, today is Sunday, and well, I guess tomorrow is pain. It's probably the last one I'm gonna be smiling for a while. But hey, at least I get 2 weeks off, right? Well, hello. How are you? I'm the man that just had a tonsillectomy done, Mr. Creepo. No, I want to say that's the beds, but it's probably not. It's probably just me being me. But I'm about 6 hours now post-op. And I got to say right now that the pain level is about, let's do a little drum. Not to be cocky though, but about a 1. If even that. Because I wouldn't really say right now I'm in any pain whatsoever. A little discomfort. It's a little discomfort to talk because it feels like I have a very mild sore throat. I did confirm they do numb you up for this, so I'm not sure if that's worn off at all, and if that hasn't worn off, that could be a good reason why I'm not in much pain, because I'm pretty confident that there's going to be pain involved in this surgery. Days 2, 3, 4, and when your scabs come off, I'm not looking forward to this. I haven't eaten anything since all day. I've had a couple ice pops. I think I'm going to try and take down, put an apple and some ice in a blender and eat that for dinner. A little shake, just an apple. And then maybe make some Jell-O, but I'm not hungry either. I haven't slept at all since. I'm not tired at all. I'm going to actually try to stay up till midnight and then get on my pain medication. I'll wake up at 6 and take it. And then every 6 hours, he says, even though some say 4 hours. So, but yeah, I've never seen anyone say that their first day of their tonsillectomy was their worst. But I said I was going to go ahead and record each day, and that's what I'm doing. And this is one of those days, as well as tomorrow is another. So, we'll see you then. Day 2, hello. Alright, here we are, about 24 hours after the last video I shot, and I feel about the same. I'm not in any pain whatsoever. I really wasn't yesterday either. When I swallow and when I talk, you can feel a discomfort back there, which is just, obvious, right? It's natural. It feels like a mild sore throat. But when I'm not doing either of those things, I feel perfectly fine. I don't feel like I've even had a surgery done at all. Now, I did start my regimen of Tylenol 3 last night. Shortly after I got done making that first video. I take 15 milligrams of that every 6 hours, and I've got one coming up here. So I don't know how much that's doing. I don't feel anything off of it. I don't feel loopy or any good vibes or anything, but I'm sure it's doing something. Now, I haven't tried any food yet, although I feel like I could. I feel like I could have last night. I feel like I could tonight. Soft foods like eggs or macaroni and cheese. But I did take a look back there last night, and it looks good. It looks how I would expect it to look. They took more out than I thought they would. It's 2 good chunks missing, but it looked clean. So for that reason alone, I don't feel like I should eat food. Not because I think it'll be painful. I just don't want to gross it up. So last night I went ahead and just blended up an apple. And I'm probably going to do the same tonight. I had applesauce for breakfast, so I'm getting my source of whatever vitamins apples have. I think it's A, maybe? I don't even know. And then I made some Jell-O, so I'm looking forward to that tonight. And then ice pops seems to be the way to go. Those always are good. So, knock on wood that, got it right here, might as well. Knock on wood that day 3 isn't too much worse than this. Because right now I feel fine. You know, I got 5 hours of studying in today. I'm not getting stupid with it. I'm not doing anything strenuous or, major activity, but I'm trying to be as productive as I can while going through this. So, I know that some say that when the scabs come off, those are the worst days. Those are the most painful days. So, maybe that'll be my case. But right now, I'll take any pain-free days I can get. So, for the rest of the night, I'm just going to sit back, chill, and watch some movies. I feel like I put my work in today, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Day 3. And I could officially say that today is the worst day yet. But only because I got a horrible night's sleep last night, and I just woke up with this really bad headache that I have not been able to get rid of. I've been trying to sleep on this recliner next to me for the past 2 nights, and I just can't seem to sleep on it. I'm definitely going back to my bed tonight, but I've been trying to keep my head elevated, so I thought I'd try that out, but it hasn't been working out so good. Now, I don't mean to brag here, but this headache I have is definitely by far the worst pain that I've gone through so far since the surgery some 54 hours ago. And it's a headache. Is it really considered pain? I mean, it sucks. I don't like it. So I guess, yeah, you can say that. But it's just your normal headache. Now, each day it seems to get harder and harder to talk. You can definitely tell that my speaking isn't as good. These patches that are back here are now starting to fill in. And I don't know if they're scabbing up or not, but they're definitely filling in. So instead of a minor sore throat now, that is almost gone. It just kind of feels like something's growing in the back of my throat, which it kind of is. So if I can just get rid of this headache, I'd feel like $1,000,000. And to be sitting here on day 3 of a tonsillectomy complaining of a headache, I feel pretty darn lucky. I was able to get my full studies in today. I'm going to go ahead and get my chillax on here for the rest of the night. My diet's been the exact same as it was yesterday. I think I'm going to try and eat some eggs tomorrow just to get some real food in me. I just haven't really been all that hangry yet, but I'm sure I will. So, yeah, day 4 coming up. Audience participation. I skipped yesterday's video. There just really hasn't been that much to talk about. So today's day 5, and honestly, I really thought this whole thing was gonna be a whole lot different, and I'm not complaining, but I really was expecting each and every day to be this new realm of torturous pain. Some people describe this as the worst experience they've ever gone through. Some people say it's the worst pain they've ever gone through. And for me not to have any, none, I just really don't know how to explain that, A good doctor, maybe? I don't know. Last video I spoke about how it's difficult to talk, and it still kind of is. And I thought it was because the scab's starting to fill in the back of my mouth. But that's not the case. I went ahead and looked back there on the end of night 3, and I saw that my uvula, I think that's how you pronounce it, has swollen to about 5 times its normal size. So it's just kind of hanging in the back of my throat, which is kind of a weird experience, and I'm looking forward to that shrinking back down. As for my scabs, they look good. They're filling in each and every day. They're getting a little bit bigger. A lot of people complain about the taste, and I can taste them. It's not great, but it's not that bad. Honestly, I think I've tasted worse food at some restaurants I've eaten at. So I guess the next step really is for these scabs to start to fall out. Some people say that could be pretty painful, but really I thought the worst was going to be the first 5 days, and it's kind of just turned into a nice little staycation for me, which I haven't had one in a really long time. I've been getting a lot done, so hey. So I'll go ahead and report back when the scabs do eventually start to fall off, or if anything noteworthy happens before that, I'll go ahead and make a video. My diet's pretty much been the same. I haven't still yet eaten any soft foods, not because I feel like I couldn't, I just really, for some reason, haven't been that hungry. I don't know if it's the medication or what. And I'm also just kind of enjoying just slimming down here because I know that I'm going to be stuffing my face once this thing's all over with. So we're almost through 5 full days, and yeah, we'll just keep rolling with it.
All right, here we are, day 9. And up until this point, I really haven't had anything new to report on. I've just kind of been enjoying my time off. I feel pretty well. My voice is still a little distorted, and I have these 2 egg-like scabs in the back of my throat that keep getting bigger and bigger by the day. That's really what they resemble to me. These 2 little mini omelets back there. And I will say that by day 9, they are starting to taste pretty wretched. Day 5, not so bad. Day 9, yeah. But I can go ahead and say that this morning I did have one of those delicious omelets for breakfast. Right when I woke up, I felt one dislodge into the back of my throat. And as I tried to get up and out of bed, 1 swallow, and that was all she wrote. Now, I think a lot of people really rush for their scabs to come off. You know, and I get it, you know, the scabs come off, you're making progress. But you got to remember that those are your shields protecting 2 open wounds back there. Now, when that one did fall off, I probably felt the most discomfort. It just really fast got really insanely sore, but it only lasted for about 5 minutes and then I felt fine. From what I read, it seems like the people whose scabs fall off on days 5 and 6 seem to be the ones that go through the most chronic pain. And I think that's just because it's too soon. You know, I don't think it's healed enough back there. So now I just need this last bad boy to fall off, and that about concludes the perfect tonsillectomy. And I get it, to anyone that may be watching this video who's having a rough time with theirs, I feel for you, I really, really do. I did not expect mine to go this way. But on the flip side of that coin, to anyone that may be thinking about a tonsillectomy or who has one scheduled, maybe my case will show that maybe it won't be as bad as you're expecting or think. You know, because literally the worst experience I had was the headache on day 3, and that was simply just a headache. It just lasted all day. If I had any tips, I guess it'd be the obvious ones. You know, stay hydrated right from the start. I think that's important. Even though it might be tough to swallow, I think it helps, you know, with the healing. I went ahead and ate a lot of apples. I had applesauce for breakfast every day, even up until this day. I had an apple shake for dinner the first 5 nights. Did it help? I'm not sure. Never miss your medicine. You know, set the alarms on your phone to go off at the appropriate times every single day, and don't miss a dose. And finally, I guess, would be just don't rush those scabs from falling off. You know, they'll fall off when they're supposed to. I didn't, and it was like a little magical butterfly flew into my mouth and just delicately removed my scab, kissed me on my cheek, and then flew off while telling me to have a nice day. So that's about it for me. You know, a couple more days of chillaxing and I'm back to work. And to anyone who's watched up until this point, I really hope I was able to give my experience of a tonsillectomy at the age of 44. So take care, and yeah, I'll see you at my next tonsillectomy.
Said no one ever.